to choose between the teams, Napoli haven't lost this league meeting in their last 9 clashes. Current form also suggests Napoli, especially as Roma will be without 2 of their most influential players. German international Thomas Hessler is suspended, and the temperamental skipper Giuseppe Giannini is banned for the 2nd time this season. So let's see if Napoli can complete a notable double over their Roma visitors. The match commentators are Liam Brady and Peter Brackley.
Well, much improved was the half-term verdict on Napoli's season under coach Lippi. They've gained some very useful results. Victory at Parma, perhaps the best of them. And they were very unlucky, too, to lose so heavily at Sampdoria when we featured them a few weeks ago. Well, despite an injury fear, Daniel Fonseca continues up front. Only Silenzi of Torino has scored more in Serie A this season. Disappointing news, though, for Napoli is that Paolo Di Canio, the former Lazio and Juventus winger, is unfit to play. Bresciani comes in up front. Well, the season promised so much for Roma, but they simply haven't delivered with any degree of consistency. And the scenes of unrest at the training ground this week suggest that the patience of their fans is rapidly running out. No Hessler or Giannini then today, both are suspended, but the attacking player of fullback Carboni has been restored to a side which includes youngsters Scarchilli and Beretta. And the Brazilian defender Alder is back after long-term injury. Just looking through the Roma side, which, as I say, was a bit of a surprise to us with Alder coming in. I would think he'll take on the sweeper role with Lana, one of the markers. Festa, who's been playing really well, he wears the number 2 shirt. He will certainly be a marker. And who's come from Inter on loan. So Roma then kicking off, attacking the goal to our left in the darker strip. There is Alder. Yes, I think it is. There's so much smoke in the stadium, it's hard to see anyone at the moment. Referee today, Graziano Cesari from Genoa, who's had his differences with players from both teams in recent times. And indeed, these have been very volatile affairs, Napoli and Roma. 6 players sent off in 3 recent meetings. Roma beaten 2-0 at home by Udinese last week. Napoli shared a 1-1 draw with Torino. Specchia, Algambro on loan from Milan. Operating the team on the right side today.
Well, that's a big surprise. We saw him have a tremendous game against Sampdoria 2 or 3 weeks ago. And he's playing left back. It's unusual to see him out there, although he's right-footed.
Gone. Neither side making any real impact so far. Certainly no hit to the goal. Alder with the free kick then for Roma. Lana. Here's Bonacina. Now Bresciani up towards Fonseca. Oh, Lorieri was committed. Still Fonseca. Agonizingly wide. Terrific burst then by the Uruguayan international, and Roma was so nearly caught out.
Yeah, smashing diagonal ball by Bresciani. Again, Fonseca showed his pace. Lorieri misjudged it. His volley, well, a couple of feet wide at the far post.
Went bursting through then Fonseca. He is so quick off the mark. Aldo with the pass here, tied up by Bia. Got a fantastic record already, Fonseca for Napoli. 36 goals in 57 cup matches, league and cup matches. Ravioli. Laid off it by Scarchili. Scarchili. Something of an escape really for Roma. At the other end. Now, can they impose themselves here?
Well, that wasn't a bad effort at all by Balbo. Again, an instance of a great diagonal ball. Balbo's peeled off at the back post. Just failed to keep his volley on target.
It's actually Capioli, but it wasn't a bad effort anyway. Via. Now, Pecchia. Scarchili on the break for Roma. Here's Ciantini wide. Fell by Antonio like figure Bonacina. Turn with a free kick then for Napoli. Finding Beer. Always come forward whenever he can from his defensive role, Beer. That's like a very intelligent player. Cannavaro. Came off Alder. Now Bresciani. Well, that was close then from Bresciani. Lonieri not too happy with his team's defending. Now that was only inches away then, at the very least striking the post.
A very difficult angle to score from, but Bresciani had a real good go at it. Poor defending from Rome. I think he came off the head of Aldair, and Bresciani was quickly on it. It was a good effort.
Give up the crowd a lift anyway, the Napoli fans. Cannavaro challenging with Balbo, and the free kick given in favour of Napoli. Balbo, who's got a pretty thankless task this afternoon up front for Roma, not too much support. Only once in his last 8 games now, Balbo. So the goals have been drying up, but then you wonder about the service he's had. Piacentini. Tagliatella with a spectacular save.
I think that was one for the photographers, wasn't it, Ethan?
Says his goalkeeping attire on. Very snazzy. Flying in, and the referee is doing his best to keep it going. But it's just one bad tackle after another.
Well, I said it a little bit earlier on, this referee is going to have to get the grips in this game. Because it could really develop into a kicking match.
Well, there were...
Hasn't yet booked anybody.
His turn. Slipped on to Bresciani. Now Fonseca, and he's offside. Well, he thought he'd timed his run. The linesman did not agree. He is so quick, Fonseca. But the linesman, in fairness, was right in line. Mancini. Nicking with turn. Well, it was within shooting distance. But no real chance there of Jonas Stone adding to his single goal so far. Away to Parma. An excellent goal that one was. Still seeking his first home goal in a Napoli shirt. Jonas Stone. Play here by Roma. On by Beretta, Scarchili. Capioli, though, asking a lot of him there. Beer. Now, maybe the final flourish of the half will come from Roma. Biancantini with the throw. Balbo's waiting in the middle. In goes Balbo. Released though by Ferrara. And the half-time whistle blown by referee Cesari and accompanied by jeers by certainly the Napoli fans who've been very disappointed by their team's efforts to secure an opening goal here. Not the best of halves, one has to say. Let's hope it gets better for the second 45 minutes. It's Napoli 0, Roma 0. China. This is Carboni. Scarchilli, who impressed us in the first half. Young man getting his chance in the side. And he's worked extremely hard for Roma. Plenty of effort, certainly, from both teams, but not enough guile. They produced 5 goals earlier in the season, remember when they met? And I think the best thing that can happen to this game is for Napoli to strike pretty early in the second half. But really only 2 opportunities in the first 45 minutes. Fonseca and then Bresciani from a difficult angle. Morieri here hasn't really been stretched either. Alder does look so comfortable in possession, Alder. But a break could be on here as Balbo goes through. And Tagliatella swiftly out of his goal to thwart the danger. Bresciani's header, laid off in by Fonseca. Gambaro. Carboni. Fonseca. Well, he avoided the tackle from Monachina, but not from Beretta. It's Buzo going through his paces down on the touchline, so maybe we're going to see him in the second half. It's certainly an option for Lippi, the coach of Napoli, to bring on Buzo. He also has Carini and Policano among the substitutes. Both attacking players. Wake up Napoli. Bresciani has made the run here. The tackle was from Lana. Now, did he go for the ball there?
Well, I thought that was a tremendous tackle. It was a very, very hard tackle. But I thought he got the ball and well-timed. If we see it again, I think that's a great tackle.
Well, he certainly caught Bresciani. Wasn't really a decisive header by Pecchia. Really the wrong man on the end of it. Might have been a different story if it had been Fonseca. Now Napoli looking to press. Alder was in the way. Turn. They need more width to their game, Napoli. Yeah. No way through for him. Now Roma got 3 up in this attack. Gambaro was the reliable last line of defence, along with the goalkeeper. Bononcini. Tiny scramble. Referee though waving play on. Wide by Capioli. To Company. Now Balbo made the diagonal run. This is Balbo. And well, I thought there was a trip then, and I think the penalty has been given. Absolutely right in my book. There was a foot left out there. Down went Balbo. There's the ball in again by Carbone. Now Ferrara, watch here, just nipped his heel. What do you think, Liam?
Well, I didn't think it was intentional, but we had talked earlier on about referees not giving the amount of penalties they should. I thought that was a little bit harsh on Napoli there. However, it's a great chance for Rome now to take the lead, and the way they're defending, this could be a winning kick.
Well, my first thought there was a contact was made by Ferrara on Balbo, and that clearly is the view of the referee.
Great control from Balbo. He's just clipped his heel, but I don't think it was intentional, Peter. However, it stopped them from maybe scoring, so it's got to be a penalty.
And Balbo himself will take the kick. Whistles and cheers from the Napoli fans. But it hasn't put him off. Very decisively struck then by Abel Balbo. And Roma will, against the odds, have taken a shock lead. Really was an excellently executed penalty kick. And the Roma fans in the stadium have something to celebrate. Into the second half.
A great penalty. No chance for the goalkeeper. Now Napoli have it all to do, Peter.
Balbo's first goal in 5 games, his 6th of the season. And I wouldn't think this will encourage Roma to lessen their defensive grip in any way. But maybe it might serve to raise Napoli's game. Fonseca. Cannavaro. Roma defender streaming out. No flag though. Napoli onside. Pecchia. Running it on. Fonseca!
I think he was offside, Peter. Just flagged offside before he got the ball.
Well, Pecchia had spotted his run then. Threaded it through delightfully. Just offside. Mighty close. Sparing dive by Fonseca as Guarnieri confronted him. Now on Policano. By Piacentini. Roma vigorously endeavouring to protect their lead. Down goes Policano. Turn. Roma leading by Balbo's penalty 8 minutes into the second half. Gambaro. Turn. Gambaro. Guarnieri didn't get there. Fonseca. Well, that was certainly a scare in the Roma penalty box. Cannavaro. On it. Gabori with Lana. Strike up by Capioli. Lana. Napoli have given it away again. Bonacino. Turn. Uzo. Fonseca. trying to drift past the tackle, and he's managed to do so. Gambaro. Fonseca's in the middle now. Too long though for him. Buzo has to fetch it. Buzo. Fonseca has pulled out of the middle, but Gambaro is in there! Oh, great save! Tremendous stop by Laurieri. Gambaro with the header. It was arrowing into the corner until somehow Laurieri clawed it out. The pressure though stays on the Roma goal. Well, it seemed odds on then that Gambaro would have to score. That was such save, Liam.
Yes. Great play by Buzo. Not much room to cross, but he managed to whip it in. Gambaro's coming across. Good header down at the near post. Laurieri makes a very good save. But Napoli have had more crosses in the last 5 minutes since Buzo came on to play on the right and Gambaro on the left than they've had in the whole match.
Turn. Via. That will give it fresh hope now then to Napoli. Pollicano. The other substitute who's come on. This is Bresciani. Laurieri with a save again. Whacked upfield by Lana. Roma hanging on grimly. Buzo. Fonseca. Down for turn. Now Fonseca again. Well, he wants it on his left foot. Did so well to get across it at all. And the header from Bordin. Kept up by Laurieri.
Well, how did Fonseca do that? He was on the ground, Peter, and a fantastic cross in. And I think Bordin had more time than he thought here. He could have pulled it down on his chest. But I'd like to see him pull that down on his chest and volley it home.
So tactical switches made by Roma. Fonseca. Pollicano. Barara. Fouled by Piacentini. Yellow card. Piacentini, captain of Roma today.
You know what I'm thinking?
After a long time after injury. Sorry, Elliot.
You know what I'm thinking, Peter? I think if Napoli get any sort of penalty claim at all, he'll give it.
You're all cynic, you. Cannavaro. In goes Pollicano. Didn't get there first, though. Don't think Roma will commit too many players forward now, but here's Balbo, whose goal still divides the two teams. Mihailovic. Wide to Carboni. Mihailovic, who's been a big disappointment really with Roma. Game with such a fine reputation. The serve simply hasn't got going in a Roma shirt. Gazzia. Piacentini. Now Gazzia kept going. He's got Balbo in support. This is Balbo now. Good little reverse pass too that almost picked out Capioli.
Yeah, well, Roma are going to be dangerous on the break. Napoli are committing so many men forward now that any sort of breakaway, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Just look at those objects raining down on Mihailovic. Turn on the break then for Napoli. He hasn't got Fonseca up there though. He was back in defence. Alder. Piacentini. Down goes Balbo. He claims he was struck in the face by Ferrara. I wonder what the referee's view of that was. Red card. He set Ferrara off. He's having no arguments. He has to go. Well, you can see for yourselves that Ferrara is very, very unhappy. No, it didn't look that badly.
No, absolutely not.
Really didn't.
I think Ferrara was running there with his arms out. And as soon as Balbo, is it Balbo, Peter?
Yeah.
As soon as he felt his hand go near his face, he went down like he'd been shot.
Cannavaro. Bresciani. Fonseca in pursuit. He was always going to get there ahead of Lana. Still Fonseca! And was he too greedy? Liam?
Well, you know, he's put them in from there before, Peter, and he did a fabulous thing with Lana. He shaped up the kicker with his right, crosser with his right, he pulled it back, completely sold Lana. There he goes. Maybe had Bresciani in the middle. But he's gone for the far post, tried to bend it in, and just got underneath. He's got underneath a few of his shots today.
And when you have his outstanding ability, it's going to be worth a try there for Fonseca. No guarantee that Bresciani would have scored anyway. Well, Liam, you were right. He's given the penalty. Oh, that's so distressed.
I said any sort of challenge at all, this referee is trying to even the thing up.
Down goes Bresciani, and that, says the referee, is a penalty.
Well, it looked like a good challenge to me.
So Laurieri has his biggest test of the afternoon, and there's a fight going on. Fonseca and Marco Lana. It's been that sort of afternoon, really. Always simmering on the surface. Policano getting involved now, the former Roma player. And somehow he's going to keep all this in check, the referee. It hasn't been an easy game for him at all.
No, but I feel early on, especially the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game, Peter, when their tacklings were wayward and ruthless, he should have done something then. It's all too late. The game's got out of hand.
Yellow card. Presumably.
Well, we just hope Fonseca can keep us cool here. He's been involved in this incident. I think he's been booked. He's going to take the penalty, so he really just got to keep us cool and knock it in.
Well, the arguments are still raging on. Roma just cannot accept that referee Cesare has given the penalty kick. But they're not going to change his mind. The 90 minutes are up. Fonseca, one of the most lethal finishers in Italian football. And he makes it 1-1. And in the coolest of fashion.
Yeah, sent Laurieri the wrong way. Side-footed it into the left-hand corner.
Goal number 13 in Serie A for Daniel Fonseca and his team. Look like they've snatched the point back. Celebrations all around the stadium. And if he was ruffled by all that was going on around him, he certainly didn't show it.
No, absolutely not.
That's a great penalty.
He's a cool customer.
there. Almost 4 minutes now of injury time. And that was foolish then by Policano. Unpunished by the referee, apart from the free kick, it would seem. Bonacina. Garcia. Harmlessly through. Into 3 is the final score. Juventus beat Foggia by 2 goals to 0. Ravanelli and Baggio. And this is all very, very unsavoury. And does little credit for Italian football, or indeed football anywhere. Milanovic. Forced wide. Garcia. Up by Cannavaro. Garcia. The final whistle is blown. 1-1 it finishes thanks to Fonseca's late penalty after Balbo, also from the penalty spot, had given Roma the lead. 1-1 then, it finishes in the Sao Paulo Stadium in Naples.
All square then at the Sao Paulo Stadium.